Hey gamers! And in today's video I'm going to share the new community update. Now let's get started by reading this. Greetings Call of Duty mobile community. We are back this week with a community update on a Monday for possibly the first time ever, but this post is still filled with the usual info drops on new events, playlists, bug reports, news on the grand finals of our World Championship 2020, modes, and some updates about the public test build, which is still coming, but with no exact date to share. First off, if you didn't see it last week, we released our first glimpse at the newest map coming in Season 13. We also shared several other teasers this last weekend. The first we shared was a snow-covered look at a beloved holiday-themed map that will be returning over this holiday season. Next up, we gave a glimpse at the next two weapons dropping in Season 13. This season we'll have a brand new functional AR and SMG. We'll reveal more about those as we get closer to the release, but here is a first look at each of them. I can say that these two are the Peacekeeper Assault Rifle and MP7 SMG. The Peacekeeper is not SMG, but AR, there is no doubt, as Kodem says. We do have the public beta test build coming up though, which means most of those maps and new weapons will be available to try out there. However, as per usual, we won't start confirming and publicly sharing information on those new maps, modes, or whatever else is in the public test build until our usual time when we start officially posting about it here or on our social channels. We just like to look at it as everyone in the public test build will get a sneak peek. Enough on all of that for now. I'm going to showing you the new upcoming events. Here is a quick look at the new events starting soon. We have Rapid Fire Mode, Nailbiter Event, Steadfast Event, Solo Shield, Ranked, and lastly, the Void Redux Draw. This highly popular and fantastically futuristic draw is back. We are nearing the end of Season 12. Going dark and we have rolled out our last credit store update and seasonal challenge drop. However, alongside that we have several modes and playlists starting soon, like the non-stop chaos that is Rapid Fire Mode and the Nailbiter Event for MP. Next is about the grand finals of the championship. They posted an announcement earlier. Stage 5. Grand finals. We've had to make a difficult decision, but we are putting the health and well-being of our players first regarding the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship 2020. Out of an abundance of caution, the Stage 5. Grand finals of the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship 2020 will not take place. Our highest priority will always be the well-being of our players, fans, and communities around the world. After carefully reviewing the status of COVID-19 conditions, social distancing, and other safety guidelines across all regions, we do not wish to place players at risk by traveling to a hosted live event. As a result of the Stage 5 Grand Finals cancellation, the remaining prize pool will be distributed evenly across the Stage 4 Regional Playoff Champions. We congratulate all of the Stage 4 Regional Playoff Champions and thank everyone for their understanding. We are excited for the future of competitive gaming within Call of Duty Mobile and will be sharing more on our plans in the future. This means that they cancel the event for a while. When it's okay again, maybe they will continue because right now going somewhere else is still a bit strict. Now let's talk about the public test build. To follow up on our last two sparse messages about this, barring any unforeseen issues, the public test build will be releasing later this week. We'll put out a separate post in several communities to share out all of that usual information, like how to download, some common troubleshooting for downloading issues, and what you can expect to find in the build. Just a reminder in advance, but these builds are intended to help stabilize the upcoming release by identifying and eradicating bugs in advance. Of course we have teams dedicated to finding these issues, but there is no equivalent to having tens of thousands of players jump in and start interacting with new features, changes, UI, or content. Keep an eye out for a post on that tomorrow, and thanks for all of the excitement. We know most of you probably just want to see new content, but at the same time we greatly appreciate anyone who takes a time to fill out an in-game survey or anything that helps with the test. Does this mean that the release date of the test server is tomorrow? Let's see it by tomorrow. I will just update you immediately tomorrow, once I have the link. So turn on your notifications so that you can receive the notification immediately, because there are only limited players who can download it. And now let's take a look for the bug reports. I'm hoping they fix some issues, especially in Hackney Yard map. As we get closer to this update we add more and more fixes into that release, which might mean at times that this general list gets smaller in order to not repeat information about various bugs we've mentioned in previous community updates. However, if you are ever wondering about an update on a specific, feel free to reach out and ask, and we'll try to provide a response directly or through a future community post like this. With that said, let's go over a few topics this week. Mythic Cards. Last week we mentioned we were investigating some reports about Mythic Cards disappearing. We are happy to say we were able to identify the issue, fix it, and also send out replacement cards to anyone who lost them. That all went out to affected players' in-game mailboxes earlier last week. Next, the loot not loading in Alcatraz. We mentioned this one back in early November, and unfortunately it still hasn't been something that is clearly identified. We assumed this issue was related to low-end devices not loading items, particularly on Alcatraz, due to low processing power or graphical settings. However, we have seen conflicting reports from devices that should not be having that type of issue. We'll keep looking for examples and reporting this where we can. Here's more, out-of-map glitch Hackney Yard. There isn't much to say about this one since it was presented clearly and simply, but our teams have found and fixed this out-of-map glitch, as well as one on Summit. Thank you for all of the reports and videos show clearly how to replicate this. Rocket till you drop it. First off, thank you to the players who almost immediately called out this bug. You are rockstars. When we released this seasonal challenge on December 2nd, the wrong perk was being given as a reward. After seeing bug reports we were able to quickly fix this, but that means some dedicated players who completed it in those first several hours have already collected the wrong reward. As a result, we sent out the correct perk, Launcher Plus, to all of those who were affected via their in-game mailbox. Latency and desync. Just to update on these issues, but we have not forgotten or for 1 second stopped working on them behind the scenes. We regularly monitor server stability and many other things that help show any potential issues with either of these problems, and we've identified some more potential ways to help improve this in the near future. Both of those issues are generally intermittent in nature, meaning some players may only see them sometimes and with no clear cause, but please do keep reporting them, and especially if you see either issue with any consistency. Our bug report teams will always get excited at anything with a clear and consistent cause because that means they can then replicate it, find all of the relevant details, and get that to our developers to start working on ASAP. We'll keep monitoring and working on this. Thanks for always pushing us to do more on this front and for making it clear that some people are having a non-optimal experience as a result of one or both of these issues. We hear you. Next, the auto fire not working on prone enemies. This incredibly straightforward is currently being tested and looked into by our teams. We just wanted to give a quick shout out to the many people who pinged us about this one and to those who went so far as to provide videos. Hopefully, it will be an issue of the past very soon. Lastly, a few quick mentions of bugs we are seeing reports for still but are fixed in our next update. Operator skill Tempest not chaining damage. Upgraded smoke bomber smokescreen does not work. That is all for this unusually timed community update, but hopefully next time you see a post from us, it will be about the upcoming public test build. Keep an eye out for that, have a great week, and make sure to jump on everything Season 12 related while it is still live. See you next time. Signed by the Call of Duty Mobile team. Before I close out this video, let's see some comment on this community update that may have related to Season 13.